Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much everybody for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Welcome to my channel. I want you to know that you are greatly appreciated. I appreciate you very much, and I'm looking forward to providing you information to help you get to the next level. In case you're new to our channel, my name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. The Ignition Time channel is about matters important to the country, important to the economy, and important by extension to your money. I'm going to give you the latest status, everyone, of the $2,000 stimulus checks and help you understand exactly where we stand right now. So let's just jump right in. Now, keep in mind that yesterday there was news, and this was reported by Axios, that President Joe Biden is considering asking Congress to help those of us who have been impacted, who have been significantly impacted as a result of this pandemic. And he wanted individuals to get the remainder of the $2,000 stimulus payments. In other words, we're talking about an extra $1,400. This was reported by Axios yesterday. And now I want to be clear. President Biden feels confident that now the Democrats control the House and the Senate, that the $2,000 stimulus checks can be passed. Now, here's something interesting. John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock have still not been formally certified. They are going to be formally certified sometime before the 20th of January, according to the Georgia Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. So when they get certified, then they take the oath of office, and then they become formally members of the United States Senate. So they are expected to be certified sometime before the 20th of January. And the big picture is that, President Biden has a Build Back Better plan, which includes billions of dollars for caregivers, incentives for manufacturers, and $2 trillion for green jobs and infrastructure spending. Now, here's the thing. Democrats are actually concerned that if they miss early opportunities, to combat the pandemic, there could be serious problems for the rest of the Biden presidency. And so Democrats are considering $1,400 payments that would be added to the $600 checks that Congress approved, a few weeks ago. And there will also be money for state and local aid as per this proposal, everyone. And President Biden also wants to push for a tax and infrastructure plan, which is part of his Build Back Better program. So here's the thing. The Senate can pass measures with a simple majority, meaning more than 50, including the tiebreaker vote from Vice President Kamala Harris, instead of a more challenging 60 votes, the filibuster proof 60 votes. Now, the interesting thing here is that, President Biden wants to pass some sort of a quick spending measure, and he might need support from Republicans as well, especially if he's going to try. Maybe they'll try and include liability protection. There has to be some sort of a way to come to a consensus. That's for sure. And let's see how the two sides work together. Now, information that was just reported today was that a key Democratic Senator Joe Manchin opposed the $2,000 stimulus checks, and I'm actually going to quote Joe Manchin now. Joe Manchin is opposed. I want to be clear. He's opposed to the $2,000 stimulus checks. And Joe Manchin was asked about this. He said, and I'm quoting Joe Manchin. He's a Democrat. Absolutely not. No. Getting people vaccinated, that's job number one. How is the money that we invest now going to help us best to get jobs back and get people employed? And I can't tell you that sending another check is going to do that to a person that's already got a check. That's what Joe Manchin, one of the Democrats, said. Now, I'm going to give you all the aspects to this story. Let's just jump right in. Joe Manchin, Democrat from West Virginia, said that he was not in favor. He was clearly not in favor of the $2,000 stimulus checks. And again, he said he would absolutely not support a round of new checks. Now, the Democrats, because of the razor thin majority in the Senate, well, yeah, it is a razor thin majority, they are going to need every Democratic vote they can get. So even if one Democrat defects, they are going to need some way to compensate for that, probably getting another Republican on board. But they already seem to have one Democrat who's going to defect against the $2,000 stimulus checks. And keep in mind, Manchin is a moderate. He is, respected in the Senate, and he's being clear about his position as the Biden administration is working on a new stimulus plan. the Biden administration is working on a new stimulus plan that will include new stimulus checks, extended unemployment benefits, and much, much more. But Joe Manchin has already made his position clear, and President Biden is also going to push for additional funding for vaccine distribution, as well as money to help states and cities. By the way, all of this was reported by the Washington Post and by Axios. Look in the link in the description section below, and you'll be able to check out all our resources. So, President Biden wants to pass a new stimulus package as soon as possible after his inauguration on the 20th of January, and he has essentially promised that he'll do new stimulus checks, and he specifically told Georgia voters. And by the way, so did the Democratic candidates, now the winners, John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock, that there would be $2,000 stimulus checks. So they do have a majority in the Senate. And I want to be clear: the incoming Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also said that $2,000 checks would be a high priority. But again, there are very, very slim margins, because if they lose a single Democratic vote, then they are not going to be able to do it, because right now they can pass. They have a slim margin, but they can pass what they want with a simple majority, meaning more than 50 senators, right? 51, but instead of the 60 vote margin that is generally required. So again, President Biden would need to attract a Republican vote. Hopefully try and get Senator Susan Collins from Maine to vote for him. And so that is again. Let me highlight Joe Manchin's comment. Absolutely not getting people vaccinated. That's job number one. How is the money that we invest now going to help us get back to jobs, get jobs back, and get people employed? And I can't tell you sending another check is going to do that to a person that's already got a check. And Joe Manchin, when he was asked to comment on a difference of opinion with the incoming Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Joe Manchin said, we have a difference of opinion. Joe Manchin is a Democrat from West Virginia who's opposing the $2,000 stimulus checks, in case you're just joining us. He said, we have a difference of opinion. That's the beauty of our whole caucus. We have a difference of opinion on that. Now, does this mean the $2,000 stimulus check is dead? No. Does this mean that it's going to be harder to have the $2,000 stimulus check? Yes. But there could, who knows, Joe Manchin might change his mind if he gets enough calls. So if you are in West Virginia, or if you know someone in West Virginia, or if you just want to call Joe Manchin's office, let him know. Let him know what you feel. But every Democratic senator that says no, President Biden is going to need a Republican senator to say yes. So, and formal discussions on the details of the stimulus package. We expect announcements about some formal details about the next stimulus package very soon, and that information is coming. So I want to be clear: there is the economy definitely needs more help, because those of us in travel, entertainment, leisure, and hospitality have been badly impacted. So the economy definitely needs more help, because a lot of jobs have been lost. The economy lost 140,000 jobs in December. And on top of that, cases are rising. So, there's definitely a need for more help. There's no question about that. The enhanced unemployment benefits, the $300 a week, is going to expire on the 14th of March. And approving new $1,400 stimulus checks would bring the total stimulus payments up to $2,000. And House Speaker Pelosi already passed a similar measure in the House, a few weeks ago. So, and the updated version of the HEROES Act. I mean, it didn't have $2,000, but the Cash Act, which was passed a few weeks ago, which was rejected by the then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and it was combined with two other provisions, which essentially became a no-go. So we know that the House is going to say yes, but if one Democratic senator drops out, it's definitely harder. But I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. I just want our viewers and subscribers to know that it is surprising news, though. It is surprising and rather shocking that a Democratic senator would say no to the $2,000 stimulus check. So there is definitely going to be a push for an additional $1,400 payment on top of the $600 payment. And so that is where things stand right now. There's a lot of other news also emerging. but I wanted to help our viewers and subscribers understand what's going on in the economy right now, and where we stand right now, everyone, because we're quite we're in a pretty unusual situation right now, and I appreciate you all watching. If you have any questions, type them out into the comments section, please, and I'll be looking at the comments. I appreciate you all very much, and I'm going to share an important message with everyone because I do encourage you to learn a little bit more about our community. Let me share my important message, and I'll talk to everyone very soon. I hope this update was beneficial. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video right here. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. On this channel, the Ignition Time channel, it's not important whether you're red or blue. For me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. We are all Americans first. You'll get different types of information on this channel. You're not going to get the regular kinds of information. You're going to get information that's important to the country because we do need to understand how the country works. That in turn impacts the economy, and by extension, this impacts our money. On this channel, you'll hear about the country, the economy, and about our money. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Please get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time, and send that to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to our SMS alerts list moving forward. You can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. Stay in touch with us via the SMS list or the email list. You'll get important news and alerts if you're on our SMS list and on our email list. So definitely make sure you stay in touch via SMS or via email. You'll also get information about any programs that we might release in the future. Now, keep in mind that YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. Sometimes YouTube sends out the notifications late. So all I ask you to do is simply go to youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you'll be able to bookmark the homepage of our channel and then visit the homepage of our channel and watch the videos anytime you want. This way, you're not dependent on notifications and you're not going to miss a single video, which is important. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So please follow us on Instagram. You'll get important information specifically for our Instagram community. Speaking of community, follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. It's the same handle as Instagram. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter. One of the incredible things about the growth of our channel has been the growth of our community. I encourage you to comment below. You'll make some new friends. We are a bipartisan, we are an intelligent, we are a respectful, we are a growing community. So engage with our community. You might make some new friends. Also, please share this video with just 2 friends or family members. Just share this video with 2 friends or family members. That would mean a lot to me personally. As always, you'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below. So make sure you check out our description section. And finally, please ignite the subscribe button. Please ignite the like button. I would really appreciate that because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Don't forget to enable notifications so that YouTube does send you reminders when we release content. I'll do anything for a like. If you want, I'll do one of my dances. Now, I guess I'm an average dancer, but seriously, I would really appreciate it if you click the like button. Once again, please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That would mean a lot to me. If you click like, I get into party mode. And it's almost like there's confetti for me everywhere when you click the like button. I would really appreciate that. Guys, let me be completely honest. Just because some of us have started to get the $600 stimulus checks, it does not mean that it's raining money. What it means is it's a lesson essentially for us that we should never, ever be dependent on the government again. And that is where I will lead you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thanks. Bye.